All right. We're several minutes in, and I forgot to hit the record button. So here we are. We're back again for our Time to Thrive coaching session on October the 9th. Woohoo, October the 9th. This is one of the most important sessions of an entire quarter because, as I shared earlier and shared yesterday in the Facebook chat, that the great quote, I've heard it from Tony Robbins, I'm sure it comes from other places too, but if you fail to plan, then you simply plan on failing. And if we don't meet the goals that we want to meet and we have formed a plan, my guess, and I'm sure you'd probably all agree with me, that who you become and what you accomplish in the journey to get those goals done is nearly as important or sometimes even more important than actually accomplishing the goal itself, right? Who we become in the process, what we accomplish in the process is often the most important piece. So, but we have to have the destination in place in the first place. Yeah. Right. I cannot drive from where I live right now in White Rock, British Columbia, Canada, down to visit Gary in Burbank, California. If I don't know where the hell Gary lives and I don't know what direction I'm going, I would just drive in circles and I'd wind up at Gigi's place in Florida. So the fact is we need planning, we need goal setting sessions, and that's what we're going to do today. Here is our agenda. So we're going to get nice and focused. We'll go through our checkpoints and check-ins documents. We'll do our round table and hot seat coaching. Level up lessons will be all about planning and goal setting today. And then we're going to wrap things up by a show of thumbs up. Everybody ready for that? Yeah. All right. Awesome. Awesome, lads. And welcome, Phil. Welcome, Janine, to the call. Okay, everybody. It's time. Let's hear your beautiful voices. Especially yours, Phil. I want to hear it, my friend. I want to hear it. So unmute yourselves and let us say these lovely words together. So, click the button. Hang on. Click the button. There we go. Here we are back. All right. Is everybody ready? Show of thumbs up. We're all ready to go. Okay, perfect. So, in three, two, one. My mind is a garden. My thoughts are the seeds, and I can grow flowers or I can grow weeds. Oh, horrifyingly beautiful. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Um, and so real quick, you guys, before you write down some weeds, I want to share a very quick story. I had lunch with a friend of mine on Saturday. I don't know if you guys know who JT Fox is, but he's a big speaker and marketing guy and blah, blah, blah. So I went to a JT Fox event up here in Richmond, BC on Saturday. In fact, actually not that far from where Tony Robbins started doing his big events up here in Richmond because he married a girl from Delta, which is like literally around the corner from where I live. Second wife, mind you. But anyway, I digress. So I'm at this JT Fox event. I see an old friend of mine. Shannon, this is an old Make Your Mark student of mine.
Okay.
Right? So I see this buddy of mine. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. I sent him a text message in the middle of JT Fox's presentation in the morning going, hey, nice suit. And he's like, what, who are you? Like, where did this come from? And we had a banter back and forth over text. He had no idea who this number was. Anyway, he has been working for the last 5 months on basically an artificial intelligence employee. So this is something that you upload a whole bunch of your business's information to, blah, 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 blah. You regurgitate it all in, and you have this employee. And he is one of these people, you may be one of these people as well, that has a limiting belief that everything must be perfect. All T's must be crossed, all I's must be dotted before you can launch or do anything. Anybody know one of those people? Anybody look at that person in the mirror sometimes? Right? Gigi's like, you are talking to me. Don't talk to me. Okay. So the fact is, he's been working on this thing essentially in his basement, getting moldy for the last 5 months. And I said to him, why didn't you just like sell it 5 months ago and build it as you went? Like just evolve this thing. Like you could have been selling this employee for 10 grand. You could have made $100,000, $200,000 in the last few months and be building the prototype. And there's probably a lot of people excited about the first ones getting this really cool AI employee. He's like, oh, well, it wasn't perfect and it wasn't this. Guys, I coached this man 9 years ago in Make Your Mark. And you want to know what he was saying to me 9 years ago?
Same thing.
Oh, I can't take my business from that point to that point. I can't launch this next product. It's not really quite ready yet. I've got a book that I'm writing, but it's not really finished yet. And all of it. It's the exact same thing. The man's been in a time loop. Anyway, we get to the afternoon at JT Fox. And do you want to know what JT Fox launches? An AI employee tool. And frankly, JT Fox is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. He's going to be able to iterate this tool because it doesn't launch until the new year, right? He's selling this tool for several $1,000s today that you can get access to in a beta version and then get the better version in the new year right now. And you want to know whose tool is going to be completely obsolete by January? My former students. Because you're not going to out iterate a guy who's worth $500 million, right? He's got some of the best AI brains in the world working on these things because he just went and hired them. He Henry Forded the situation. And so I reference this in the weeds part because I want you to know what limiting belief is creeping into your mind and grabbing you and holding you still. Okay? So very quickly, take 60 seconds. Is there a weed that is holding you back like it did with my old friend of mine, my old student, who despite getting lots of mindset training, getting lots of business coaching, has still remained in the same basic place? Is there a weed holding you back? Okay. Good, good, good. Does anybody need another 10 seconds, 15 seconds? Are we good? We're good? Okay. Oops. Wrong button. All right. So let's go back over to our screen here. You got your weed written down. That's good. So let's go to our checkpoints and check-ins document. This is the history of where we have been for the last few weeks. So
Oh,
what's that, Gary?
I just thinking, ooh, I need to get into my KPIs.
Yeah, yeah.
Watch that video.
So this one is running, you guys, from the 21st of September until October the 4th. Okay.
Say
So
that
that
again?
is this one. September
Oh,
21st to October 4th.
okay.
Mhm. So basically the last 2 weeks as of Saturday of the week, of this past weekend, right? So that is start date, that is end date. Now remember, you guys, this is a document that's in your Access Pass and Content to Cash back office area, right? So you want to print the sucker out or have pages of it, and have it ready to rock and roll. So this is what we're going to be using here to fill out. So if you don't have the document printed, that's okay. Just take your paper and just write down what was my revenue goal? Check mark, did I hit it? Or like revenue hit. My revenue goal was $5,000. I did 7,200 bucks. My revenue goal was, $68,000. We did $64,000. Right? Whatever that revenue goal is. You guys are at different stages of your businesses. So some of them are mature, some of them are getting started, some of them are solo entrepreneurships, some of them have a half a dozen or 15, 20 employees. So what is the revenue goal you wanted? What was the revenue that you hit? Sales goal is how many sales you made. I made 10 sales. I made 50 sales. I made 700 sales. I wanted to do 500. I did 620. right? So for example, our sales goal at Just About Pets is 780 over 2 weeks. That's our sales goal, right? Mature business, seven-figure company, serves about 22 to 24,000 people a year. And then, as we were talking about before, with Dorinka's company, she's been able to increase the average value of a sale because she's offering these yak chews to every client that walks through the door. So the average value of a sale is probably higher the last 2 weeks than it was the previous 2 weeks. She's got some upsells coming. And how many leads did you want to collect? And how many did you collect? Now, a lead, to go through this once again, a lead is defined as someone who has raised their hand and said, I'm interested in buying, right? So, a lead for time, for example, would be somebody that I've started a sales conversation with on some level. They've downloaded a lead magnet, we're in messenger conversation, or I've got a scheduled meeting with them somewhere. These aren't people that just engage with my social media, these are actual leads. Now, for a company like my other business, Just About Pets, for example, an established company, we actually just we don't track leads, we track new clients. Leads are far harder for us to track, so we just track new clients. How many new clients do we get? We want basically one new client a day. That is our objective. So over 2 weeks, we want 14. Now, your Facebook KPIs, your key performance indicators on Facebook, and on your key performance indicators on Instagram, there is that it's like a 10-minute training or so in the Access Pass back office, you guys. I keep encouraging you, go back and watch it. It shows you exactly how to pull out those numbers very quickly from your Facebook business page and your Instagram account. Okay, so you can put it in the chat, you guys, or you can just raise your hand here. I'd love to see who hit their revenue goals for the last 2 weeks. Who was able to hit their revenue goals for the last 2 weeks? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. Kat, how about for WeCare? Did you hit your revenue goal for WeCare?
I don't really track that.
Oh.
I'm so busy. I turn clients away all the time. I'm like,
Oh, geez. Oh, wow.
my revenue goal for the year is 900,000, and
Mm-hmm.
we're getting pretty darn close to that. So,
Okay. Well, and you got, 2.5 months left. So there you go. Yeah, well, Kat and I were talking yesterday, but she's like, "Oh, I got to start using some of this stuff for my WeCare business too, right? All this good stuff." So yeah, there you go, Kat. Another good document you can start using for WeCare for sure. Okay, Janine, how about you? Did you guys hit your did Baseline hit its revenue goal for the last couple of weeks? Oh, we can't hear you, Janine. She's like, "Oh, damn." Okay, you can see if that microphone pops up, we can keep going. You let us know if it works for you. Just shout out when you think you got it. Okay. How about your sales goals? Okay. Was anybody able to make their sales goal, although they didn't hit the revenue goal? Normally, those things are quite associated, right? But was anybody able to hit their sales goal? So we reached the number of people we wanted to reach. We sold the number of times we wanted to sell. Okay. Okay. And you can put it in the chat too, you guys. For those who aren't visual at the moment, feel free to put that information in the chat. Okay, well, you know what? That just means that we got to keep pushing you guys. We've got to keep generating those leads to keep those conversations going. So one of my mentors, right? She's a wonderful, wonderful person, awesome lady, Lori. She told me a long time ago that when you're building your business, Any idea how many messenger conversations she wanted me to start every single week in order to reach my sales objectives? Any idea? Anybody want to know? How many do you think she wanted me to start? Messenger conversations per week. What's your guess?
Oh,
How many,
fif-
Shanna?
I was gonna say like 10 a day.
10 a day? Okay. Yeah. Gary?
I no idea.
Okay. Okay.
And I don't know. I'll say I'll go lower. I'll say 5 a day, 6 days a week.
So 30 a week, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. Drinka?
15 to 20 a week.
15, 20. Okay. Anybody else want to venture a guess?
That was just starting out.
If you want your business to grow, this is how to do it, was her recommendation to me. Anybody else? Anybody else? Yeah, Michelle.
100 a week.
Michelle
Yeah.
is right. 100 conversations per week. Woohoo! Prize goes to Michelle. I'll send you a lollipop, love.
Like 50, yeah.
Yeah, 100 conversations per week. So you were close, Shanna. You were close.
How
Right.
long's a conversation?
Is that with new people or any existing
Eh,
people? That's just
Anybody. You start 100 conversations per week. Alex Hormozy said the same thing. He said when he got his business started, it was 100 conversations per week, and he would just reach out and he would say, "Hey, Phil, how's the weather on the East Coast, man? How are you? How's it going?" And they would start that conversation, right? And eventually, after three or four back and forths, it would get to a, "Hey, by the way, this is what I'm doing. Don't know if you know anybody or would you be interested in it? Here's how I'm doing it." Bop,
Mhm.
right? And Hormozy's great thing was he's basically said, "Look, I am willing to do X, right, for no dollars from you whatsoever. I just want your testimonial when they get started." Right? So I don't know if anybody remembers, but I made that offer inside the Content to Cash Facebook group about 14 months ago, 15 months ago. I said, I will take anybody for 90 days. I will do all the work. You pay me nothing. I just want your testimonial. Does anybody remember that? Maybe yes, maybe no. So anyway, Andrew, who is hopefully going to make it here because he's getting back from his networking group, he took me up on that offer, for example, and now he's back wanting to use the system. So it's one of the ways that you can launch things and get things going and test out what it is that you're doing, right? Never be afraid of offering what you do as a gift if you don't yet have complete confidence in how it works out because they understand they're testing it for you, right? Okay. Cool. So now at the bottom of this document are your wins and challenges. So everybody, please write down a big win from the last few weeks for yourselves. A big win from the last few weeks for yourselves. And write down a challenge or two that you've been facing. You guys, I ran out of coffee cream / milk this morning for my coffee. And so I'm using my wife's like pumpkin spice latte, like the big jug. Oh, now she's mad. I can hear it on the other side of the fence. I'm using her pumpkin spice latte stuff. Oh, blah, blah. You ruined coffee with this stuff. Ugh. Anyway. Okay, so wins and challenges, my loves. Wins and challenges. I'll give you another 45 seconds here to write down what you got. What's your wins? What are your challenges? And don't forget, it's either going to be the weed or one of these challenges that we dive into in the brainstorming session. The weed or the challenge? Okay, no problem, Janine. Janine's got to figure out her microphone. Now, quickly, before we dive into the wins, you guys, I have a question. There's enough of us here today. Should we do breakout rooms for our brainstorming to give ourselves more time? Would we want to do that? I could bounce between the breakout rooms and just keep checking in on people. But essentially, it allows us to, right? Because there's, I don't know, there's 9, 10 of us here. If we all take 3 or 4 minutes, it's going to take up the whole time. We won't get much of a chance to actually do the education. So, who's open to doing like a breakout room of 4 or 5 of you in one room and then doing your brainstorming session together? Does that work for you guys? Somebody basically would keep time, yeah, and keep everybody at that sort of 4 minute mark. Does that work for everyone? Okay. Yeah, no problem, Phil. That's near the end, so that'll be the education portion, right? But there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I think there's 10 of you today, so I can do 2 groups of 5. So I think that works, right? We'll do that. And then somebody, once you get into the room, somebody just takes control of who's going to do the timer, right? So someone just says, I'll do the timing, right? And then just work through everybody, give them all about 4 minutes, right? And so we remember the process, right? State your challenge in 30 seconds or less, and then everybody brainstorms ideas. Everybody good with that? Okay, Cleo. So let's jump into wins. But I want to, before we jump into those, I'll build the breakout rooms. You guys share your wins. So Shanna, my top left corner, what have been your wins, my dear?
Well, uh, well, I've been down for 2 weeks here, just kind of not doing much. So my win was really making really large steps to take back my time and focus.
Okay.
And that's made a shift that I haven't been able to achieve before. So that is massive for me. That's a really, really big win, and it puts a lot of stuff to rest that I can now
Okay.
refocus better.
Love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Excellent. Thank you. Mr. Gary, how about yourself?
I Let me see. Biggest win was I got, I don't know, 18 or 20 videos recorded. After that, the I guess wins would have been fixing some things that weren't working out right. You know,
Okay.
the whole thing with the looking into the cell phone lens versus my thing, and I fixed that with the thingamajigger. The
Okay.
what do you call it?
With your teleprompter?
Teleprompter. Got that teleprompter thing. Then with the tripod, it wouldn't. It was so heavy that it would unroll and come down, and so I ended up fixing that with a piece of 2x2, uh, and just whatever. Just kept moving forward.
Love it, buddy. Good for you. Good for you. Okay, excellent. And let's go to Dorinka. How about your wins, Dorinka?
Well, now that I'm on this 28-day challenge,
Mm,
the number one win is like the video that you encourage or that's in the training to watch, and it was 2 hours about learning about the action scripts. The hardest challenge was me trying to find the time to watch it, but it was so well worth it. And I like the action scripts and the matrix and everything. I've really cleaned up my chat GTP, and
mm.
that was an amazing win. Like I like the videos, how they come out, and the Descript challenge to learn it, but it's awesome.
Yeah,
Really good tool. Yeah.
very efficient once you use it. Okay, cool.
So I'm
Excellent.
happy with all those.
Love it. Thank you, Dorinka. Gigi, how about yourself? What's a big win?
Oh, I gotta say that it would probably be actually getting some videos recorded. And I did go down the rabbit hole because I feel like my perfectionist brain takes over and everything
Mm,
needs to be perfect. And I noticed, but here's the thing is I noticed even when I was speaking and recording a video, I was like, that doesn't flow together very well, or um that's not my language. That's not how I would have. And I feel like I have it in my brain what
mhm.
I'm trying to do. And so there's that kind of internal turmoil about, so that, but I feel like, yes, the more I do it, the easier it's going to get. I mean, like, disclosure here, I don't know how many, if you even know, but I mean, I went through a period of time where I I didn't talk.
Hmm.
And so shortly before I had, well, it was just only like 3 years ago
Yeah.
that I really started that I started talking. So like this is a challenge for me, and I know it's going to get better, and I'm thinking, what I need to do is just do videos every day on some kind of topic, whether it's posted or not. It's getting me the opportunity to talk and to be able to get the things that are in here into words.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, we're here to support you, Gigi. And it's basically like exposure therapy, right? Right?
Yeah,
Expose yourself to the thing that
definitely.
you're scared of and just keep pushing through it. Love it.
And I gotta say, like, to tag on with what Darinka was saying, like the action scripts are really great. It does kind of give you a different perspective of.
And
So
go ahead
I
and
would like to
tell the
talk more
action
about that
script.
sometime.
Yeah, tell the action script, you guys, when you're using it, don't like Kat does this because she has certain words she's not allowed to use, right? For a frame of reference for her product, right? Michelle might be the same way, right? Like there's specific terms or uses of words that you can't use when describing the product, right? So, legally speaking, just tell the action script agent that you've got, don't use these words, use these ones. So, Gigi, you can go right in there and say, hey, whenever you say a word like this, please replace that word with these words instead. And it will never use them again. So
Okay.
tap how you talk, or literally click the microphone button and start talking into it and go, I want to just have a quick conversation about how it is that I talk, what my rhythm is, what my cadence is, what my word choices are, and what my concepts are. And the agent will just listen. And then you say, okay, I want you to use those concepts more in my scripts
Okay.
moving forward. And it will change
Yeah.
them. It will change the way.
Yeah, I noticed it, like I did ask it to replace a couple of words that are uncomfortable for me to use. And
Perfect.
so it did do, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, excellent. Michelle, how about yourself, my dear? What's a big win for the last few weeks?
That we're boosting some videos.
Hmm. Yeah, pushing some content. Absolutely love it. Okay, Phil, how about yourself, buddy? Big win for the last few weeks.
Besides the Bruins winning the opener, there's other great wins that the getting the admin things here. So getting into the content matrix and getting the three areas to focus. The six themes to three focus of getting that started. A couple of conversations with social media attracted yesterday's conversation, just going to follow up next week, and then this afternoon someone who heard about Napoleon Hill, and so they want to have a conversation because they love the book or whatever.
Hmm.
So that's good, having a prospect to speak to, and one's going to be a referral to a group that they do on masterminds.
Love it, buddy. Excellent, excellent. Very good. Kat, how about yourself? What's the big wins?
Well, my company officially launched on Monday, and I can see my volume and my downline that I've been working on for the last 14 months.
Oh boy.
Yeah, over 700 people on my team, so very excited to see how things are gonna roll over the next year. And I spent 4 hours following up with people yesterday and adding all of my contacts to Hourglass so I could start using the system. So that was a big one.
Nice.
Not that
Love
I
it.
know how to use it yet, but making at it.
Excellent. Awesome, Kat. Janine, how about yourself?
Yeah,
Oh, we can hear you a little bit.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's better.
Oh, okay. So wins I'm finding my groove with posting. So I'm posting more regularly. I'm just pushing content out, which feels good just for getting it done. I'm kind of getting over that. So it's like I have this system now where every time I open Instagram to post, my mantra is better done than perfect. So we're just putting it out there and seeing what happens. Good feedback from our practitioners that have seen some of the videos and the content. And then one of our practitioners from the content that we posted before, the same format, but without this kind of challenge and this structure. She was like, "Oh, I'm getting clients from that one post that I did, and they're referring back to it. So they're like, yeah, they're talking like they're using the same language when they book in. They're saying, yes, I saw you on Instagram. So that's really
Mhm.
positive in the right direction. So it's good."
Love it. Awesome win. Perfect. 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 Miss Bente, I saw your camera click on. So what's a big win for Miss Bente the last few weeks?
I, I befriended ChatGPT. I call her Focus,
Mm-hmm.
and she's a she. And I asked her to make me some boost invite for people, told my avatar and
Mm-hmm.
everything, and they were fantastic.
Love it.
Me
Love it.
too.
You make that robot work for you, Bente. You get it. Excellent
Yeah,
stuff. Okay,
yeah.
perfect. And last but certainly not least, the handsome Andrew down in the corner for me. Mr. Dove, how was your last few weeks, buddy?
Well, it's been 1 week on this, so it's my win for this week, I guess. Yeah, it's figuring out how to work it, the matrix and all that stuff. So I got, yeah, my first 3 videos filmed and edited, and then I have my next 4 scripts ready to go.
Hmm.
So it's been when, yeah, just getting, I find it's I've been doing videos every week, but it'd be harder to find scripts, and now I'm able to batch a larger amount so I can do 4, 5, 6 videos and not worry about it for a week or two and then have stuff ready to go. So it's my win for you guys is being able to batch stuff with larger groups together to save more time.
Love it, buddy. Excellent. Yeah. Bulk your actions, right? The brain loses a lot of time and a lot of focus as it changes and transitions from one activity concept to another. So if you can batch actions together, right, as Gary can attest to, I'll bet his 10th video that he was filming was better than his first one, right? So, yeah, miles better. So it's just when you can batch these things together, you get into a rhythm and it makes a big difference. Okay, perfect, everybody. Well done. Give each other a round of applause. So lots of really good stuff and steps taken and demons conquered in the last few weeks here. So let's pop back over to my PowerPoint screen. We're going to go over how we do. Oh, whoops. There we go. How we do our process here. Okay, so first things first, everybody. Pick a weed or pick a challenge. You have 5 seconds. Pick a weed or pick a challenge from your list. Which one do you want help with this week? Pick a weed or pick a challenge. In three, two, you got to pick one, Gary. 3, 2, 1. Circle the one that you want. GT's busy circling. Love it. Pick a weed or pick a challenge. Okay. Now remember how this works, everybody. You are going to have 4 minutes apiece. That's it. So once I open up the rooms, somebody quickly declare who's going to be the timekeeper. Decide on your order. All right. And then the process is state your challenge in 30 seconds or less. Try not to ramble. You lose time in the brainstorming session. And then everybody is going to start asking questions or giving you ideas on how to conquer that challenge. Do your best to take down all ideas. All right. Your pen should be burning across your paper. Okay. By show of thumbs up. Are we all good? We all understand the process? Okay. Cool. So I'm going to open the rooms. You're going to get a little button that says join room. Bente, you'll see a little button that pops up that says join room, okay? So I'm going to open the rooms and then I will close those rooms in 21 minutes from now. 21 minutes. Okay, here we go. I'll stop the share first so I can see everybody. Boom. So everybody, you should get a little icon that pops up that says join room. There we go. Perfect. Click the button.
Join room.
Yeah, you should have a little button there, Bente, that says join the room.
I have only a small picture of me.
Okay. So, how was it in the breakout rooms? How did that go? Was that good? Was that fun? Yeah, got some good stuff out of there. Okay, Phil, I have a question for you. How did you get the little timer thing up? on the breakout room. That was amazing. Where did that come from?
Yeah, I was trying to ask that, but I was on mute.
Oh,
Like, how'd you do that?
I, one of my networks, we came across that, and then I used to do a Think and Grow Rich reading every morning, and so we timed each other with the timer, and so I discovered it by accident, and I've just remembered it.
Well,
I
but
couldn't find
where
it
is it?
today, and then I did find it. I couldn't find it at first.
Is it a
Is it
widget within Zoom or
When you
what?
go to up at the top of your Zoom screen,
Yeah.
where it says the time. See, there's a time, 56:27. See, there's a timer going on your top of your Zoom. If you're on a computer or desktop, I don't know if you see it on a mobile or app or I don't know.
Oh, look at that.
It's under apps at
And
the
when you
bottom.
click the arrow down, it says meeting duration, and underneath that says timer app. And I
Love
clicked
it.
timer app.
It's also Michelle just let us know. It's also in the under the apps at the bottom. That's perfect, Michelle. Thank you.
Oh, is it? Is that where it is in the apps in the bottom? I didn't see it
Perfect.
there.
Okay, love it. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Okay, real quick, you guys. How was that? And someone, let's get a couple quick shares of what something awesome that came out of it for you is, and what you're going to execute on. So, who wants to share real quick on what popped out of that brainstorming session? Anybody wants to share a eureka moment or an aha moment from the breakout sessions? Yeah, go ahead, Phil.
So besides the timer app,
Yeah.
the it's great the mastermind working because all the issues that people were talking about were exactly the things that I'm looking for, like how to be focused and how do we take action, how do we shorten the message so that we can attract the goldfish mind, so that way they're going to want to hear more. So it was good for me hearing what others were contributing, and I'm grateful for that.
Love it. Perfect, buddy. Excellent. And what's one thing you're going to execute on, Phil, that you got out of there?
Here, there we go. Completing the action plan, making the videos. I've got I went through all of the themes and everything, so I've got those talking points ready to go. So get those videos done and out. And I'm not waiting for those to get out. I'm just going to do social media anyway. I'll be talking on other things, but to have the whole plan in place, that is what's going to be implemented over the next 3 or 4 days.
Love it, buddy. Cool. Excellent. All right, let's get another share. Who else got something really awesome from the breakout sessions? Yeah, Gary.
Was give myself some grace about starting my program because I'm moving in November from California to Colorado, and so I've got a lot of irons in the fire. I got a lot of stuff going on already, and a little bit of grace on the program generation. So
Yeah, love it. Yep.
thank you.
You're welcome. Love it. Love it. Okay, so as long as we've got a good sized group, you guys, we'll keep using the breakout rooms. I think you get more time that way, and we ensure that we can get to our education session more effectively. So, by a show of thumbs up, everybody good with that? Using those breakout rooms that way? Okay, awesome sauce. So let's jump over to our training session then today. So what we're going to talk about today is the 90-day action plan. So this is about goal setting. So first things first, I want you to go make sure you have your SWOT information.
Training session.
Going to need your SWOT information that you worked on 2 weeks ago. So let's make sure you have got your SWOT info. Can everybody see my PowerPoint up? Yeah. Okay, perfect. So let's make sure you've got your SWOT information ready to rock and roll. Now I've got some notes for myself in a document. Can you guys see the document or not see the document? You just see the PowerPoint, right?
Just the PowerPoint.
Okay, perfect. That's great. Not that it necessarily matters, but just want to make sure I can scroll through my notes and it doesn't interfere with what you guys see. Okay, so by show of thumbs up, everybody got their SWOT document ready. So this was their business assessment, basically, right? Where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, where's your opportunities in your industry and your marketplace, and where are your threats. These are very important findings for your SWOT. Okay. So on your paper, before we get into defining your quarterly vision, I want to ask what is a really important question. What exactly did you achieve last quarter? What are 3 things that in Q3 you got accomplished in your business that you wanted? What are 3 things that you got accomplished in Q3? It's important to understand where we are in our businesses. What are 3 things that you
And
accomplished?
Michael, that went up to just like last week? Is
Yeah,
that
till the end of
okay?
September. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So Q3 was July, August, September. What are 3 things you accomplished? And as you're finishing off those 3 things that you accomplished, are there goals that you missed in last quarter? Right? And more importantly, why did you miss them? Was it a lack of resourcefulness? Was it a lack of discipline? Why did you miss those goals? You know, the tricky part about Q3, you guys, is July and August are in Q3. And those are vacation months for us North American Westerners, for a lot of us. And it tends to lend itself to distraction, right? We go away, we get distracted, we don't stay focused, especially those of us that have kids, right? Stuff gets in the way of us staying focused. So what goals did you miss and why? And I'm not going to ask any questions about this. This is information for you privately, okay? Last question I want to ask you. What happens if you keep missing these goals and these deadlines? What does it cost you? You know, one of the most powerful things I've ever heard in my life was Les Brown. Man, that guy's amazing. And he said, my nightmare is waking up on my deathbed, surrounded by all the things that I could have done in my life and I never accomplished. Surrounded by the amazing versions of myself that I could have been and I didn't achieve. It's pretty powerful. So I ask you, if you keep missing these goals, missing these deadlines, what's the real cost to you and your business? And I want to tell you guys up front, I don't do anything for you that I don't do for myself. I ask these hard questions of myself and I have tough conversations with myself where sometimes I don't come out of it feeling hot about what I just got done, but I have to toughen up and move forward. We're all human, but that also means we can all accomplish a lot. We all have the same 24 hours a day, right? Okay, so by just a quick show of thumbs up in your window or just giving me the thumbs up in the video, let me know when you've got answers to all those questions, all right? Okay. Janine, you're good? You got answers to your questions? Okay. Michelle, you're good? Awesome. Kat, how about you? Not sure yet. She's like, I don't know how far I want to go down.
I got interrupted by a toddler and I got all distracted. Sorry.
Andrew, Phil, how are you guys doing on this? Good. Phil's good. Okay. Andrew's not sure. See, and this is great, guys. Like, I'm going to keep asking you these questions because you need to answer them, right? If we want to really succeed, need to answer them. These are important. Okay. So let's take a look now at the PowerPoint, everybody. You can finish answering those questions later if you haven't had the chance to now. So let's take a look at this. We are going to do some things here in Time to Thrive right now in the next few minutes. Some of these things you're going to get into later. All right. Some of them you might not be able to do, in fact, until you spend a little bit more time here. So when you look at this document, 90-day action plan, this is quarter 4. That one's easy to fill out right across the top, right? Define your quarterly vision. In other words, where do you want to get to in the next 90 days? And I always define this in really 3 different ways, okay? So first off, what's the numbers? What's the math? Easy measurables, right? Gigi, how much revenue do you want to generate in the next 90 days? Hard, fast number. Everybody agree with me? That number is a number. Whatever it is for you, there's a number there. And that's just factual. It's math. Okay? So first off, when I'm defining a vision, there is math involved. Clarity. Second, there is who I want to become. Right? What am I becoming in the next 90 days to achieve this math? And then the final piece of this is, what does a day in my life look like? What does a day in my life look like? What time am I getting up? What am I doing? Who am I serving? How am I doing it? And as you do this over and over, quarter by quarter, as we keep evolving this, it might repeat itself a lot, which is fine. It means you know who you are, you know what you want to do, and you know how you want to do it. Those are powerful statements. By a show of thumbs up, does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so what's the revenue goal that I want to hit? Who do I become in order to hit it? And what does that actually look like? What's the day in that life look like? So now to accomplish this, we lean into our SWOT analysis. Okay? So I asked you 2 weeks ago, I asked you in your SWOT analysis to write down what are 3 to 5 of your strengths? What are 3 to 5 weaknesses that you can improve? What are 3 to 5 opportunities that you can take advantage of or pursue? And what are 3 to 5 threats that you need to prepare for and or overcome? And that is how we define our 90-day action plan. So if you have not done your SWOT, this is harder to do. Shanna, yes.
Is it always a revenue goal?
In my big vision,
Yeah, like in your 90-day action plan, your one big result, accomplishment, or project. Is it always a revenue goal?
I always attach a revenue goal, you bet.
Okay.
But then again,
Maybe that's my problem.
my businesses operate 12 months out of the year, right?
Yeah.
So feel free, if your business doesn't operate for a few months, aka Confident Kids Canada,
Right.
then define that goal by a different metric, but it has to be math.
Okay. Okay. So I could say I want to have 20 new people, blah, blah,
Yes.
blah. Okay.
Yeah. It just has to be a measurable mathematical benchmark.
Gotcha. Yep. Okay. Okay.
So if you have done your SWOT, you're going to choose a single strength that you want to lean into this quarter. You want to choose a single weakness that you are going to improve upon. You're going to choose a single opportunity to pursue and a single threat to overcome. Distraction is the enemy of progress. So I don't want you to try and overcome 3 of your big threats from your SWOT analysis in 1 quarter. I want you to focus on 1. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yep.
So just real quick, I'll stop my share for a second. Okay. Who out of the group was able to do their SWOT analysis over the last 2 weeks? And let's just be honest. Did anybody do their SWOT analysis over the last 2 weeks? Janine did. Okay. Michelle did. Perfect. Kat did. Shanna did. Okay. Excellent. So let's hear from you, ladies. What is the strength that you want to lean into? If you could choose one strength to lean into, what would it be? If you look across the 3 to 5 that you have, which is the one you'd love to lean into right now?
I put my passion.
Sorry, say that. Oh, your passion?
Mm-hmm.
That's your strength? Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's great. So strength to lean into, Kat, for you at the top of this sheet would be your passion. And I think in your case, what you mean is specifically for either the product or serving people. Which would it be?
Well, it's kind of the opportunity, the product, both of it, really.
Okay. Okay. All right. Janine, how about yourself? What's the strength?
Strength, I'm quite solid at creating the videos efficiently based on our brand. So I've got that down. I'm gonna really hone in on that, and that'll be my main focus is good video based on our brand consistently.
Love it. Okay, cool. Michelle, how about yourself?
The sales and promotions that the company gives us.
Okay, awesome. Very cool. Shanna, how about you? What's your strength that you want to lean into?
Providing experiences that anchor the learning.
Okay, very cool. So what you guys would do, all right, write those into the strength to lean into. What is the weakness you want to improve? And you go through the same process. I'm not going to ask you all again, but I just want everybody to hear some examples, right? So write down, what is the weakness? So for those who did their SWOT, what is that weakness? For those who haven't done a SWOT analysis, what is a weakness that you have in your business right now that you think you can improve upon in the next 90 days? Write it down. Most of us are spending so much time in our businesses, talking with clients, marketing our companies, right? Networking, growing. We rarely take the opportunity to work at what we do and make those incremental improvements that actually make a big difference over the long term. As has been said, right? Plane flies from Vancouver, Canada, lands in New York City. It is off course 95% of the way that it goes. It has to autocorrect and autopilot itself all the way back. This is your autopilot. This is your auto-correcting to where you want to get to. Same thing with opportunities for those who have done their SWOT. Gary, you're about to move. There's a huge opportunity moving into Colorado where nobody knows who you are, which means they haven't branded you yet. You're brand new. You get to show up as an entirely different person of Gary G. Right? Such a gift. You will be like, oh, I don't know anybody. Perfect. Nobody has any built-in preconceived notions of who Gary Glass is. Awesome. Right? Brand new garden. That's a very cool opportunity.
Plant some seeds.
That's right. And what is the threat that you need to overcome? What is the threat that you need to overcome? So you want to pick one of each one of these for the quarter. One strength, one weakness, one opportunity, one threat. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys an example really quick that I whipped up of how to start turning these things into, I should actually put an image of this in the PowerPoint now that I'm thinking about it, which I will do. I'm going to show you how I would break these things down into a goal. Is everybody ready for that? Okay. So can everybody see the PDF?
Yep.
Front and center. Okay, cool. So this would be a weakness. Okay. I don't have a referral program as an example. Okay. So this would be turning a weakness into a goal. Right? So Janine, you have a really cool strength about really efficient with your videos. What is a goal surrounding that you could lean into, right? Schedule these specifically throughout every single month, or come up with a 3-month game plan of exact video content that we can do. Like, what would be a goal that would really exemplify that strength? Okay. So in this case, we have a weakness. We have no referral program. The goal is to create and launch an ideal client referral program. My measurables. So how am I going to know that it's working? A comprehensive list of key action items and accountability team with dated milestones to ensure staying on track. Achieved with my accountability team, my existing customer database, my business-to-business network, and a Google Drive full of the stuff I need. That's my resources, right? Is it relevant? It improves our weakness in having no customer referral system. So the relevance is the connection directly to whatever piece of your SWOT we're talking about. And the completed by would be the specific date I want this done by. Now, what's more important is how I break this down. Okay, month number 1. Identify ideal referral partners and initiate relationships. That's the objective in month number 1. I want to create and launch my ideal client referral program. That's the goal. I want to list 10 to 15 local businesses. I want to research their businesses, develop a compelling referral program and pitch, right? Make initial contact and set meetings with those top 5 prospects I get from that group, and prepare referral tracking tools. Specific dates for all these things to happen. See how I lay this out? It's a game plan for accomplishing the goal.
This is beautiful.
Well, thanks, Gary. I appreciate that.
Oh.
Month number 2. Establish agreements and launch referral tools and systems. Right? I'm going to conduct meetings to finalize referral partnership programs. Oh, we lost Shannon. Now she's back, hopefully. Create co-branded marketing material. Train my team and partners in the process. Launch the program. And begin the tracking process. And this is logically dated. So I've got November the 10th. I'm going to finalize all my meetings. The 17th is when we finally finish all the marketing material. Right? All the way to November 24th, I'm busy tracking as we launch. Right? And just to be clear, I didn't do this just for fun. Like, this is something that I'm exploring myself for my own business. Like, this is exactly what I'm looking at right now to help expand what we're doing here at TYME. Month number 3, right? Drive for improved efficiency and results, refining the program. Follow up weekly with my partners, analyze the referral data, identify bottlenecks and any objections or problems the partners have, expand my list by another 5 partners, and do all initial reporting and prepare success stories. And I know that from the 15th, 16th of December onwards, my life gets pretty busy. So I wanted to make sure that this stuff was all sorted. Okay, you see how I laid that whole thing out?
Mm-hmm.
This is how you build 90-day tracking goals, my friends. This is how you do it. And so what I want you guys to do, what you need to do for yourselves and for your own business, is to identify the strength, the weakness, the opportunity, and the threat. And then you're going to pick and prioritize which one of those things you want to focus on the most. By all means, do not focus on all 4. I will come to wherever you live and I will kick you in the shins.
Then why did you put 4 on the page, Michael?
Because ideas are powerful, Shanna. And a lot of these things are going to be really great ideas that you may not be able to entirely get to. And sometimes you kick ass so well on your first priorities, and they happen a lot faster than you might think they do, that you should have other goals. That's how leaps in progress are made.
So I just want to be certain that we're listing our SWOT on this page 1, the 90-day, and then we're going to pick one of those that we're really going to focus on.
Yeah, I want you to build, it's great
One
to build
asks.
roadmaps for each one, Gary, but I would encourage you to make one of them a priority.
So
So it trumps all the others.
for example, whatever strength I pick, I'm going to pick that. If I choose strength to improve in this quarter, I'm going to just focus on that one strength
Correct.
the whole quarter. Okay.
Yeah, because I know you all really well. If I give you 4 different objectives on a Tuesday, you're going to try and pursue objective number 3 instead of number 1 because it seems easier that day. It seems like it's something you want to do that day. Right? And so my encouragement to you is pick a priority and stick with that priority. You should have the other goals. You should have the other ones in mind. If you don't finish putting dates and exactness around every single one of them, then that's okay, but they should go down on the paper. But priority number 1, I would encourage you to refine it down to the exact dates that you want to manifest these things, that you want them to get done. When my wife and I moved to White Rock, I said in January of this year, I'm like, we're moving. That's it. We're moving. We found where we want to go. We're absolutely moving. I would like to be there by March the 1st. We moved in on February 27th. Right? And it was because like we missed out on several places that we wanted, but I kept driving out to White Rock in the middle of ugly weather several times in January before I had to have surgery and have half my throat ripped out because I'm like, I'm going, we're moving. Right? And there's the guy post surgery carrying everything down the goat path that it takes to get to my house, as Shanna can attest to. But the fact is I wanted to move. We decided when we were going to moving. We made it happen. Right? Opportunity meets preparation. So, any questions about this before we wrap things up?
Michael, where can we find that document?
Which one, Michelle? The 90-day action one?
Yeah, the 90-day action one with the goals.
Yeah, great. So first off, I put it in the Facebook Messenger group.
Oh, okay.
So it's right there. Plus, it'll be as a downloadable later on tonight when this replay gets posted into the back office. It'll be there as well. Plus, the SWOT stuff is in 2 weeks ago, guys. Right? So the documents you need for your SWOT analysis, it's in there from 2 weeks ago. Any worksheets that we use, I'll upload them directly to the replay for Access Pass. So it's right there in the video whenever you need it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you betcha. But that's a good idea, Michelle. You know what I should have? I'll have a resources, maybe one of those little threads inside Access Pass. It's got those little conversation threads. I can do a specific resources thread.
That'd be good.
If you're ever looking for.
It'd be nice to have like a thing for documents because
Yeah.
I'm in Access Pass now and I was looking for it, but I had to know which
Which
call
one to
it
go
was
to.
associated with.
Totally. So I'll put a resources thread in there, Michelle, for sure, and then
Yeah,
have
thank
different
you.
ones. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Any other questions regarding the 90-day action plan? Okay. How does it feel to be on the precipice of building that out? Does it feel exciting? Does it feel scary?
Very good.
Yeah, really
Both.
good, Shanna says. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gary, one of your priorities, my friend, as we talked about before, got to build that program.
Yep.
So what are the dates that you want to have? You're a busy boy, so you want to make sure you're very specific about that, right?
Yep.
I'm choosing Gary's priority for him right now. His weakness, unfinished program. First thing to solve, finished program.
That's
There you go.
recognize that probably.
I just finished telling him to wait until after he moves because he has all this stuff going on.
And I've got 2 speaking gigs big speaking gigs before I move.
Which is like in what, 3 weeks?
2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, I would move
2 weeks is
first.
the first one, and middle of November is the second one. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Okay, so anybody, let's wrap things up here then, you guys. So I want to ask, we're people are sort of nervous, they're a little bit excited about the goal planning. That's great. And now, just to wrap things up here, how was it with the brainstorming sessions in the breakout room? So we can talk about that real quick as we sort of finalize. And what was any aha moments? What was something that was awesome that came out of today? What did you learn from today, and what can you implement? Let's hear 3 or 4 shares, and then we'll wrap up the call. What was something that was fantastic that came out of today for you?
Well, I like to go ahead.
Go ahead, Janine.
Oh, learning about a teleprompter.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. Thank you, Gary.
There you go.
Yeah. So I'm gonna order one, and that'll make my life and everybody else's life filming and recording the videos a lot easier, and just like less of a headache, because I was really dreading that part. So thank you.
Could lean into your strength if you're building goals out of that. Create a little micro movable studio. Yeah, love it.
Right.
Very cool. Okay, what else? Shanna.
It helped me to define that goal should always have a math equation to it, whether that's money or numbers or what have you. That's going to help me a lot, actually. And I like the breakout rooms. It worked out good.
Good. Yeah, a lot of people like to feel about their goals. That's great.
Right.
Feeling's good. But in the end, we don't know whether we've hit it or not.
Maybe.
There's a bullseye in the middle of that dartboard. Did you hit it or not? I don't know. I feel like I did. No. Did you hit it or did you?
Got it.
Yes. Okay. Excellent. Anybody else? What was a cool aha moment that came out of today's session for you? Yeah, Michelle, you get it yourself.
I think the 90-day action plan is going to be really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So I can actually see things on paper instead of having everything in my head and then not accomplishing anything.
I'll give you another secret that I use, Michelle, is that and you guys have heard me say this before, I like to use sticky notes. And I'll actually take either my big whiteboard or a big window in my house, and I'll use a dry erase marker, and I'll set it up into the 3 months, and I'll just start moving my sticky notes around. Okay, I'm going to accomplish this then. And then I can start to go, oh, I need to get this done before that because I want this, but I actually need to do these 2 things first, so that makes more sense. And it allows me to move things around like a puzzle.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah. Me, sticky notes, and making a fool of myself in the window are pretty much going to happen every 90 days. Okay, 2 more quick ones, you guys.
I'm kind of terrified about 100 conversations per week. Conversations half an hour, that's 50 hours right there.
Yeah, they're not like that. Conversations per week they take about maybe 5 minutes a week, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's a goal if you have nothing but time and no business yet.
Right.
Don't forget where these people were at, right? They were starting their companies. 0 sales.
Yay.
Right? So, but don't forget too, for those that are using the content to cash system like you are, you're generating a lot of warm audience that you haven't yet activated, but they're watching. Mm-hmm. They're watching. Often takes them a few months to do something, but they're watching.
So today I got that little timer thing was great because then I investigated the apps and there's some really cool stuff in there. Like background that I got. And secondly, did you know that there's an AI note taker app? And
yes,
so
all
of my business meetings, I can use that instead of writing freaking notes and share with my team. I'm so excited.
Gary's got it going on right here. It's the Fathom one. He's got it going on.
Yeah, I've got Fathom. It breaks it down. It's awesome. The Fathom AI or whatever it is.
I don't know which one that's the one that I just downloaded. Sweet.
Fathom? Yeah.
I can't wait. Yeah, because I've been manually writing notes and then making. Anyway, this will be great.
You'll dig it.
And then what you can do, Kat, is you can upload that into a ChatGPT tool just for meeting notes.
And then I can share it with my team because sometimes people miss our meetings and they're like, what happened? And like, I don't got time.
Yeah, summarize this for me.
Fathom does the summary already.
Nice.
And it gives you access to the video of it if it's a Zoom. It also gives you access to a full transcript.
There you go, Gary. You can give us a Fathom video later on. How it works, what it does.
Okay.
And so let's give Gigi the big responsibility of wrapping up our call here. Gigi, what was one eureka moment or fantastic thing that popped out of today for you?
Oh, I think the fantastic thing is and it started by our last thing when we did the SWOT thing, is that I feel so good about my branding now and how to introduce myself, introduce what I do. And so now having the 90-day action plan, I can reverse and engineer and put it together, like Michelle said, get it down on paper, and it feels very good.
Love it. Okay. Awesome, you guys. Well, give each other a big round of applause on a very good Time to Thrive session today. I hope you got great value. Remember to share it with the group, some of the cool stuff that you learned, and don't hesitate to comment on the replay once it goes up about some of the cool stuff that you learned. And thank you so much for joining me in Time to Thrive today and being a part of Content Cash. Love you all very much. I will see you in the chat over the course of the week. And don't forget to win your stuff back. You got to post those videos into the messenger so we can go to your video and comment on it, like it, share it, boost the algorithm for it. It just helps you get more traction on every single video. And the faster you post and then faster to sharing it, the better the algorithm likes it, because it's testing everything every 15 seconds. Live 15 seconds, right? Did this video get traction 15 seconds? What about the next 15 seconds? What about the next 15 seconds? So post, share it to the messenger, and then we got to respond quick to help everybody out with their videos. All right. So lots of love,
Thank you.
guys. Have a great week, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye.